Now people talk about Guantanamo, but we got stuff worse than Guantanamo going on in our own backyard. Guantanamo is here. You talk about torture. Torture originated here against black people and black prisoners right here in the police departments. You know, last month was the anniversary of the Newark rebellion. What triggered the rebellion? An act of police brutality triggered the rebellion. Was it the first act? No, it was one of many acts, but it was the straw that broke the camel's back. And the 17th Avenue precinct, now known as the West District precinct, was notorious, had a notorious reputation of brutality against black people. It was so bad that when they took the cab driver Smith into the precinct and he didn't come out, people thought he was dead, and that's what caused the riot. But he wasn't dead. He had been beaten. They dropped the typewriter on his head. He had been beaten, but he wasn't dead. But the reputation was so bad that people thought he was dead. And that triggered the worst rebellion in the history of the state of New Jersey. 27 people lost their lives. And we don't condone violence, but we want to say that if this issue is not resolved, if the circumstances continue to exist, then the results are going to be the same. They're going to be the same. So if you don't want future rebellions, you need to do something about the issue of police brutality. You need to establish a civilian review board in Newark with disciplinary, investigatory powers and subpoena powers. If you're really serious about preventing future rebellions, you need to fire the cops that killed Basire Farrell. Fire them right now. If you or I went out here and beat somebody down, we'd be put in jail right then and right there. We wouldn't even get to back to the home. We go from jail to the courtroom and then to prison. But the police, some of them think they're above the law. They think they're judge, jury, and execution. They're only supposed to apprehend people and bring them into jail. They're not supposed to beat people down in the street. They're not supposed to beat people down like they beat Basire Farrell down. They're not supposed to put plastic bags over their heads like they put over Basire's head. They're not supposed to hit people with the police car like they hit Basire with the police car. None of that's in the training manual. Show me in the training manual where you're supposed to beat a suspect down before you take him in. All you're supposed to do is apprehend him, put the cuffs on and put him in the car and take him down to a police station. There's nothing in the training manual that says you're supposed to beat up someone that's apprehended before you take them down to the police station. There's nothing in the training manual that says you're supposed to hit them with a car before you take them down to the police station. There's nothing in the training manual that says you're supposed to beat a prisoner bloody, so bloody that you need to go get water to wash the blood off your hands. There's nothing in the training manual about that. There's nothing in the law about that. They make their own law. The law is for you, but they think they're above the law. They think that because they got a blue uniform on that they're above the law. But we're here to tell them today the same law is for you, the same law is for us. It's got to be one law for everybody. We're down here because somebody was killed. And you think we're going to let this be swept under the rug and forgotten about? No, we're going to be down here again and again. In fact, the next time we come, the building's going to be open. And we're going to be here so the police director can hear. If they want to stop police brutality, maybe they need to get rid of this police director and get a new police director. I mean, how many of our people have to die before somebody says enough is enough? We got more people dying on the streets of Newark than they got dying on the streets of Baghdad. Right now, the streets of Newark and the streets of Patterson and the streets of Jersey City and the streets of Atlantic City and the streets of Camden and the streets of Trenton, our people are being killed and shot down in the street like dogs. If this was a third world country, the United Nations would call for a UN investigation. But we here in America's backyard. And as far as they're concerned, we still just stay slaves and they can do anything they want to. But we telling them today, you can't do anything you want. coming down the POP with tears in their eyes, pain in their heart, pain in their gut, because they lost a loved one due to some criminal actions on the part of a policeman who thought that he could kill a person and walk away and forget about it. But we're here to tell them today that that's not going to happen with Basire Farrell. And that's not going to happen with Jockey Graham. It didn't happen with Randy Weaver. And it didn't happen with Earl Faison. And it didn't happen with Santiago Villanueva. And it ain't going to happen with Basire Farrell. Because we're going to be on the case. Because we understand we got a good sense of history. We know what went before. We know how many people you killed in the last 10 years. See, it's only people who don't know that are not upset. But if people really knew the depths of the problem, there'd be a riot out here tomorrow. Now, I'm not calling for a riot. We're not calling for no violence. But I'm going to tell you like it is. People are not going to accept this and just live by it. They're going to rebel. Oppression breeds resistance. And people resist the best way they can. Some people don't understand that they got to get a permit to march. Some people don't understand that they need a permit to carry a sound amplification device. Some people just say, I'm mad as hell and I'm going to do what I can do right here and right now in my neighborhood, right here on this street. Everybody is not as thoughtful as the People's Organization for Progress. Everybody is not as patient as the People's Organization for Progress. Other people aren't as law-abiding as the People's Organization for Progress. They're going to do whatever they got to do with what they got, where they got it, right now. Not tomorrow, not yesterday, when you least expect it. We're tired of these murders. Tired of these killings. They can go down there and get the head of the mob, Gotti, without a shot being fired. The head of the mob. How many people did the mob kill? But they went and got Gotti and wasn't one shot fired. A tiger got loose down there in Middlesex County. A 450-pound tiger got loose in Middlesex County. They went and got the tiger without one shot being fired. The tiger is alive. But it's only black people in the year 2009 that you can arrest and they can't even get to the police station. Is this 2009 or is it 1909? Is it 2009 or is it 1809? We can't even get to the police station. We can't even get in the car. We die on the streets like dogs. And we're not going to take it no more. We're not going to be so patient anymore. What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? We got our brothers from Patterson who are here, who are struggling for justice for Ronnie Holloway in Patterson, New Jersey. If the brothers hadn't had their cameras trained on the police, Ronnie Holloway would have been beaten. He'd be in jail right now for being beaten. And what would they say? They say he resisted arrest. That's what they always say. They beat you and then charge you with resisting arrest. They beat you and then charge you with disorderly person. They cuss you out and then say you a disorderly person. They beat you down and then charge you with assault on a police officer. But the brothers in Patterson had their cameras trained on these brutal cops. And the pictures came out. And it came out on the television, on the news, how they beat that man just like they beat down Rodney King. They beat Ronnie Holloway. So I'm going to ask two brothers, Hakeem and Brother Eddie, Hakeem Washington and Eddie Little, to come up and each say something about the struggle y'all are waging down there in Patterson, New Jersey. Give them a hand.